What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about when Mortal Kombat 12 might be announced. So, look, if you're watching this video made it out onto the internet. It means that the rumor that the game was actually going to be announced this past week, the one that we just lived through, obviously turned out to be false. Now, there was some hope there. It was a person that's kind of well connected and well part of, let's say, like the fighting game community, and it didn't happen. So now we're left with, okay, well, what do you do now? So for me, Summer Game Fest, that one makes a ton of sense, mainly because of Jeff Keighley. Right now, Jeff Keighley has pretty much a connection to every game developer at this point, so I guess it's easy or it's cliche to throw around that. But you go back to the last Mortal Kombat, and that was announced at the Game Awards, right? And that it was announced in December, came out just a few months later, I believe. Now, with the odds that Mortal Kombat 12 does release this year, which we know because Warner Bros. Accidentally said it out loud, so it is happening, right? So if you announce it in June, and the game comes out, what, you want to say September through November, right? Give it that kind of range. I think that makes a ton of sense. And beyond that, you know, we just had the news a few days ago that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been delayed. So when it comes to Warner Bros. Now, you know, you got Wonder Woman on a DC side of things, but really there's not much else, right? You got Hogwarts Legacy chugging away, coming out on the different platforms. Still, Switch has to come out, PS4 and Xbox One. But Mortal Kombat is a massive, massive game and a franchise that historically sells incredibly well. So obviously, I'm sure they're looking forward to the money that's going to bring in. I wouldn't have doubted that the game would be announced over these next couple of weeks. Like when I saw the rumor that it was supposed to be announced this past week, I didn't necessarily believe it, right? You take rumors with a grain of salt, but it definitely makes sense. You could tell me Mortal Kombat would get announced anytime in the next like 2 or so months, and I'd probably believe you. But if it's waiting for like a big show, well then, you know, you got Summer Game Fest, you got the Xbox show, right? I mean, if you wanted to go to a specific system or a specific publisher, right? Sony, I'm sure they'll have a PlayStation showcase. Microsoft has its show around the time E3 was supposed to be. You'll have your pick. And I guess you could even wait till Gamescom, right? But Gamescom is at the end of August. So to me, it's June or earlier. So if it happens, you know, next week, maybe the guy was 1 week off, right? It would make sense for it to happen in these next 2 months. If you wait till August, that doesn't really line up for me if the game's supposed to come out by the end of the year, right? If the game's supposed to come out October, November, you know, yeah, I guess you get away with announcing it in August, but I think June for this big Summer Game Fest moment, it would be one of the bigger things you'd imagine Jeff would announce. You have, again, that connection with him. You can't erase that, right? Again, he probably has connections to every game developer, but you just did it for your last Mortal Kombat game. I think it makes sense to do it again. So I would predict June for the Summer Game Fest, like the opening night live when Jeff Keighley does his live stream. That's when I would think Mortal Kombat happens. But hey, you know, it could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. Maybe this video almost jinxes me in a good way. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. When it does happen, I'll be sure to cover it. I hope to see you guys there.